Wanna play? You wanna come out and play? Scorpio, 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 Scorpios. Scorpio, all over the place. Okay? Scorpioed on you. How about that? Scorpio new moon coming on the 27th. Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. Your inner child's play. The inner child wants to come out to play and to be healed. I'm already seeing shadows of these transits, of these energies in my clients, in myself, everybody that lays on my table. Their inner child is coming out to be healed. Why? Why do we put ourselves through this, universe? Because the universe wants to give you your childhood back in the best way possible. We mistake ourselves as being different from ourselves. Like the adult self, when I was a child, I used to. No, there is no one. When I was a child, I used to do this, or that. You still are that same person, boo. Which is why you're having so many problems in your life, not naturally running into the love of your life and naturally doing what you love to do without force. You know, we want to get to the point to where we live Lakshmi, abundance, the goddess Lakshmi, without forcing it. That's when our lives become a bag full of trauma and just unhappiness and misery when you're trying to use your own strength, you know. But when you go into the magic of your inner child, now that is spectacular. That's natural, and that is when you find it again, nobody will ever be able to take it away from you. And you want to get to that. So let's do a reading. Let's do a reading about this. First, we're going to read about Mercury in retrograde and see what comes out. I have not shuffled. I have not pre-pulled or anything. Chakras. The chakras want to be read. Okay, we can do that. Because this is about healing. It's about figuring out what's blocked. And then the question that, a lot of people have been having, it's like, okay, so how do I do that? You know, how do I get back to my true self and my inner child and stuff like that? How? Let's talk about that. Mercury retrograde, a message for the peoples. What chakras are prominent at this time? You would say the sacral chakra, will we? Red, roots. 2 green, 1 orange, the heart, and the sacral chakra, actually. Vulnerability, and this is the picture on the back. There's number 28 for all you guys that are into numerology, into numbers. 2 and an 8. 2, partnership. 8, power. Interesting. Put those together, you get a 1, pow. A leadership. Great strength is found in your willingness to be vulnerable. Tremendous effort has been expended protecting this soft place within your heart. It takes great courage to fight the battle. It takes greater courage to put down your weapon and lay down your shield. Enter the sacred space of vulnerability within you. Feel your connection to the earth and feel the strength in her willingness to be vulnerable with you. Breathe that strength into your heart. Your willingness to surrender brings divine grace upon you. And what I'm finding is that our blockages are pronounced because we spend a lot of time and effort and energy protecting our inner child. Like we're anxious we're anxious with distrust, or what's the right word? We're anxious because we're asking for things that we want. But in order for you to move into a new life, a new space with yourself, you're actually asking to be transformed. And so the anxiety and not being able to sleep, it's almost like you're going to reach an epics. How do we say that? To where you give birth to the new you, but it's a lot of tension that gets built up first. You know, in your career, you don't feel like it's a right fit. I want to get out of this womb. You know, I'm not making enough money. I have stuff I want to do. I have stuff I want to create, but I don't believe in myself. You know, love, 24, another 2, and then another 4. It's 8 is broken down to a 4. It's another karmic number. The karmic partnerships. And that equals 6. Love, family. Okay. To love another takes great courage. To let yourself be loved by another takes even greater courage, and more about vulnerability. Courage and vulnerability kind of go hand in hand, don't you think, if you think about it? Life is messy and shatters all illusions of love. Be willing to be seen in all your unflattering ways, and you will see who you really are reflected in the eyes of another. True love is accepting the wholeness in one another, even in the face of our many flaws. If you feel you have been waiting lifetimes for this love, risk being yourself. Fuck flaws. And I say that because I don't believe that there's any such thing. That's a perspective, and that's a broken perspective based upon judgments placed upon you from the outside world. Because what are flaws except for your inability to be like somebody else, you know? And when you realize that it's okay that you're not someone else and that you're not like anyone else, then all of a sudden your flaws turn into quirkiness or just attributes of you. You know, it's an adjective. It's a description. It's how you describe me. It's not against me. It's not no offense to me, right? No offense to you, Aya, but you have crooked teeth. But that's me. And it's not a flaw. It's me. I'm tired of that shit, that flaw shit. Also, what came up also this week for a couple of people, try something new if you want love. Go someplace else besides rolling out of bed and crying that you don't have the love of your life. Ladies, go take a class at the Home Depot. They have workshops, girl. Did you know? Yes, they do. We all love a construction worker, honey. Just a worker. We will love a worker. God. The goddess, we would love a worker. So we're going to stroll up to the Home Depot, scroll up with our woes, hit the woe, and go to a workshop. Learn how to paint a cabinet, you know, learn how to put a light bulb, a fixture in. Put yourself in situations. Some of you are destined to be public speakers. You have books you want to write. Go to Toastmasters. Get out. Get out. Show your face. And put yourself in a situation that is courageously vulnerable for you. Stop being so poised. Stop being so perfect. That's boring. And nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that who cares that I'm a good woman? Who cares? Nobody cares about that. Women, have you noticed that guys don't care? Excuse the glare. Whether or not you are a good woman or not, that does not make them act right. We got to stop controlling people with these types of things. That doesn't make anybody stay. What makes somebody stay is you being yourself. You. That's all really anybody really wants. You know? Not because you're a hard worker. I mean, all those things are actually the bare minimum. I mean, a lot of us have had hard childhoods going through this initiation process, you know? Those of us that are here to break cycles and stuff, and Scorpio is about breaking traumatic cycles, and being free from those things. But being a hard worker, being a good person, being a good woman, praying every day, cooking good meals, being there for your friends, paying your bills on time, and being a good mom, being a good dad, being a good part of your community is the bare minimum. We have made that into like the gold standard. Those of us who have that and use it as a weapon almost to say, well, you ain't gonna find nobody else like me. You know what I'm saying? When in all actuality, if we all held ourselves to that bare minimum standard, if the world wasn't sick, I'm saying most people out here roaming around here are drugged up and mentally ill. And so the norm is actually extraordinary. But to me, that's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum just to be normal. But being yourself, that's soulful, that's sexy, that's romance, that's intimacy, that's playfulness, that's personality, that's meow meow, that's 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 fun. I was telling somebody the other day that we don't get to know each other by having deep conversations. No, you don't. I'm so sorry. But those of us who can't stand small talk, because we're just so mature, right? That's fine. We get to know each other by playing. Look to the little children. Do they sit around having deep conversations all day? No. That's boring. They play. They start playing. Right? Let's get to the next card because I'm about to run out of space and I'm going to have to do a part 2 or something. Freedom. Number 5, appropriate for freedom. And look at this road, y'all. Y'all want who rides a motorcycle? I wish I knew how to. I ride scooters. I've never ridden. I would love to learn how to ride a motorcycle just to go down roads like this. How free can you be? They ask. The spirit world asks, how free can you be, child? In a world that values freedom, how often do you feel confined by the choices you have made? How do you break the rules actively or passively? New possibilities arise when you stop expecting new results from the same old choices. The life you are dreaming of lives on the outer edge of the life you are living. Your fears hide your longing for life. Get to know them and discover the pleasure hidden there. All very Scorpio words: hidden, fears, the edge, results, same old choices. Very Scorpio words. Spirit world knows what it's talking about. All right. Yes. So yeah, your freedom is hidden in the secret areas of yourself where you haven't trusted and been vulnerable and had the courage to let out in a really long time. So how free can you be? That's going to be the title of this video. I feel like that's profound to ask someone. And this statue is calling. Hold on. Can you see this? This is a really dark space and a dark statue. I wish you could see her. She's free to me. I keep looking at her. One of my clients came back from Hawaii, Waikiki, and she brought me this, and she said it reminded her of me and my belly dancing, because it's a lady doing luau, but I wish you could see the expression on her face. She's like exuberant. And I keep staring at her because I'm like, this to me is a symbol of the type of happiness that's just kind of like blocks everybody else out. It's like, it doesn't matter what other people bring on or what comes, what goes. I am here and I am happy to be here, or I know who I am and I'm good. I'm good with me. This is my goal. Statues are really good to get, and pictures of gods and goddesses are really good to get, because then you can look at them and be like, oh, you want to kind of tune in, and how do you move forward towards that, you know? So yeah, so love came up, which is something that the spirit world told me that was important. Something else. Freedom, love, vulnerability. That's the new moon. That's what I need to pull about. Mother Mary. And I'm going to be posting an event on Meetup and also on my Patreon, to where we're going to do a belly dance for the goddess Kali, which I think is appropriate for Scorpio energy, helping us expedite the process of getting rid and cleansing our energy, getting rid of the things that no longer serve us. It's time to move forward. And Kali helps things go away. She will make it go away. And dancing, any type of rituals that you do where you have your voice and your body and your energy and your intent hone in on it, yes, let's go. That's what we're doing. And plus, it's for my birthday. I have to sign up. My birthday is October 26th. All right. The new moon. Mother Mary, what message do you have for us? Mother Mary's been speaking to me a lot lately. The Black Madonna. I love her. Our Lady of Sacred Sisterhood. Can I get an amen? 31. 3 in the 1. 3, creativity. 1, leadership. 4, karma. I manifest in spirit and in flesh. I am the love that falls from the stars and the light of the sun that gives life. I am the warmth and the hug from your dearest friend. I am the scent of the rose and the roar of the lioness. I am the tender care and the touch of your loved ones. I come to you now in physical form. I bring you the gifts of loving and being loved, of speaking and being heard. Ooh, something just came over me. I just started hearing a beeping sound. My nose is starting to itch and stuff. I mean, I'm starting to see something. Ooh, women, people, us getting together invoking the energies that need to. The goddess is back, you know, and she wanted me to make a video about that too, and talk about that. We're talking about that. Sisterhood. Even with our human quirks and idiosyncrasies, we are divine beings. Even with our darkness and struggle, we are still divine beings of light. Although it is sometimes easier to imagine the divine as being of the light and somehow above or beyond this material world with its paradoxes of joy and pain, we miss out on so much if we think that way. True. I agree. The oracle of Our Lady of Sacred Sisterhood has come to you with a special gift. It is the gift of experiencing the divine blessings, right? And miracles of the Holy Mother in your physical life. You were born to live heaven on earth. This doesn't mean stepping away from the world with its challenges. It means applying the light of your heart to those challenges in order to see the way through them, transforming something that was perhaps once fearful, but is now drenched in love. That's so Scorpio. Transforming something that was once fearful, but now is drenched in love. Drip, 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 dripping, drip. Very that. Yes. Drenched in love. Like a buffalo wing and ranch dressing, not blue cheese. This oracle comes with particular guidance. There is someone in your life, or who is coming into your life, who will be helping you connect with the divine feminine. Could that be her? Could that be moi? Is she talking to you right now? They will be helping you heal your relationship to your body, your emotions, and other facets of your life, such as your financial life and issues around sexuality, eating, and food. I absolutely need to talk to you guys about sex. Let's dish. Quite possibly this will be a woman, but it could also be a male with a strong connection to the divine feminine within, and this means he will be in touch with his values, feelings, creativity, and compassionate wisdom. This year, I have done so many astrology readings for men who are here to help heal the divine feminine that you women have shatted on in relation. I am so mad at y'all. It's probably not any of you, of course. You guys are too divine. And I'm not blaming anybody. I know that people attract what they need to heal the most. I'm just playing. It might be a friendship, a love relationship, or a formal healing relationship, such as with a therapist. It might be a colleague, neighbor, or even a client or a random person that you meet who helps you see things in a different way. This might happen in a way that is not obvious, more a sense of change that happens within, a softening, a tender opening up of your heart more deeply than before, a trust and a willingness to let love in. We keep talking about this: vulnerability, courage, trust, letting love in, drenching in love. If that means running the risk of being vulnerable and experiencing hurt or loss. Interesting now. Interesting. I feel like a lot of us, including me, have mistaken the healing process to mean that now you're going to be perfect and now you're going to have perfect life and a perfect relationships and no one's ever going to hurt you or abandon you again, or you're exempt, or you'll be exempt from it. And that's a lie. Actually, what I've been coming to realize and have been afraid of, the truth is that I feel like the healing process only deepens, and you go from strength to strength. You learn the tools that you need to get through things, but I feel like it'll be, how do I say this? it'll continue to be challenging. Or else you get bored, or God will just go ahead and take you on home to the upper room, because why are you, if you're done with all your lessons and stuff, you can just go ahead and go. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because I can't wait to go home to glory. I'm serious. That's very Scorpio of me. But I just feel like it's not a punishment. I feel like I can probably be of great assistance on the other side. I'll be a fun ancestor. I'll be one of the fun ones. I'm the cool ancestor. I don't know. I'm talking. You are encouraged to accept this relationship with discernment, of course. And I've been experiencing that as well. For however long feels constructive and helpful for your growth, even if the relationship challenges you in some ways for a time, you will know when to let it go. You may also have drawn the oracle of Our Lady of Starting Over, which can indicate it is time to let relationship go. But the oracle of Sacred Sisterhood asks you to open up and let the world in so that your healing can continue. Yeah, it's time for you guys to get out of isolation. I know you're still cooking and the work ain't done yet, but we're all a work in progress, and it's okay for us to be around one another. And I know some of us are at various stages of our development and growth. Some of you are further along than others, but that doesn't mean you can't come out and play with people and practice. You have to put everything you've learned and everything you've grown into practice. Or what good is it to you or to other people if you just kind of just keep yourself sheltered in a bubble of not ever loving? And that's all I have. Peace to you. I keep forgetting. I'm going to do a giveaway soon where you get a whole box of incense and some joss papers to give offerings to your ancestors, and some protection oil that I make. And so when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be figuring out what type of giveaway we're going to do.